I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Why did we have to be the smart ones? Out of all the species, all the creatures crawling or flying or growing out of the dirt, why us? Why did we have to be the ones cursed with knowing? There's this cat that lives near my house. I don't know who she belongs to. Maybe no one. She's just there. And a while ago, she had kittens. Now they're growing up, still tiny and wild, always playing with leaves, sticks, bugs. One of them spent 10 minutes pawing at a flower like it was the most fascinating thing in the universe. And I couldn't stop watching them, not because it was cute, though it was, but because I was jealous of how simple it was for them to feel joy, of how content they were with just being. Those kittens don't care about inflation or purpose or what happens when they die. They don't wake up haunted by unfinished goals or existential dread. They just live. We always talk about intelligence like it's this incredible evolutionary gift. But sometimes I wonder if it's actually just a really complicated trap. We learned how to build skyscrapers and now we live stacked in boxes. We created the internet and now we never log off. We studied the stars and felt insignificant for the first time. We became aware of everything, our flaws, our limits, our mortality, and with awareness came anxiety and loneliness and pressure. Because animals don't worry about meaning, but we can't seem to do anything without asking, what's the point? A dog doesn't care if its life has a narrative arc. A cat doesn't lie awake at night wondering if it's successful. A bird doesn't mourn its youth or stress about aging, but we do. We built calendars and then felt crushed by time. We created mirrors and then hated our own reflections. We discovered death and then let it shape everything. We know too much to be carefree, but not enough to be at peace. Even kids, human children, are born a little like animals. At first, they play in dirt, they laugh at nonsense, they find joy in running in circles, but it doesn't last. The world teaches them quickly. That's not productive. Grow up. Stop wasting time. And so we do. We grow up. And slowly, we forget how to be. We become adults who need vacations just to remember what it feels like to breathe. We become people who need apps to fall asleep because our minds won't shut up, who need therapy to unlearn what the world taught us, who need meaning constantly because without it, we fall apart. We think we're the smartest ones on the planet, but I see raccoons digging through trash with more joy than most people at their jobs. I see birds building nests with more patience than we show each other. I see stray dogs napping in the sun with more peace than people with six-figure salaries. We invented money, and now most of us are poor. We invented fame, and now everyone feels invisible. We invented perfection, and now no one's good enough. Tell me again how smart we are? I'm not saying intelligence is all bad. It's gotten us amazing things: medicine, art, music, poetry, science. We've touched the moon. We've photographed black holes. We've mapped DNA. But the question still echoes in my mind. Are we happier? Are we better off? Because when I watch those kittens rolling in the grass, chasing wind and sunlight, I can't help but feel like we traded something sacred for all this knowledge. Like we broke a natural rhythm the moment we chose to know everything. We always assume being smarter means being superior, but look around. Smart species are anxious species. Overthinking, overworking, overwhelmed. We diagnose mental illness with the same brains that create it. We build systems that exhaust us and call it ambition. And every time we suffer, we try to solve it by making things more complicated. More apps, more rules, more content, more noise. But maybe what we need is less. Less overthinking, less constant stimulation, less comparison, less everything. Maybe the animals had it right. Maybe the cat lying on the pavement, warm and still, knows something we don't. Maybe the bird singing just to hear itself sing is doing something more meaningful than half the things we stress about. What if we stopped trying to be so efficient and just tried to be alive? What if we stopped trying to fix our lives and just started living them? What if intelligence was never meant to make us better, just different? What if the goal was never to understand life but to feel it? Sometimes I imagine what it would be like to not think so much, to not need reasons for everything, to not constantly ask what next, to just be, to exist like a cat in the sun, soft, still, satisfied. Maybe we weren't meant to be the smart ones. Maybe the real wisdom is in not knowing